What is an Australian skilled independent visa?
Well, an independent visa is for a person who has specific skills which Australia is targeting. We fall into two basic categories of people. They are professional people, doctors, lawyers, engineers, accountants, and then there are what we would call craftsmen, technicians, people with trades, people such as carpenters, chefs, nurses, anything in the building and construction industry is certainly in high demand in Australia at the moment.
So how long can I stay in Australia with a skilled visa?
Well, if you get the skilled independent visa, you are a permanent resident from the moment you land. Now, permanent resident allows you to stay in Australia for the rest of your life.
Sir, we heard one thing, that with the Australian economy collapsing due to a shortage of foreign workers, the government has now taken steps to ease visa requirements for citizens of all countries. How accurate is this statement?
Broadly speaking, that would be correct. But really what the focus of that policy is on is where you are sponsored by an employer in Australia or a state in Australia. Now, of course, when you have those sponsorships, the first step is normally for a temporary visa for up to 4 years, but the government have announced that by the end of this year, for all people on those visas, there will be a pathway to permanent residence. Now, certainly the areas in chronic shortage in Australia are in aged care, in childcare, in hospitality, and in unskilled construction workers. Those are areas where Australia has a definite skills shortage, and that announcement you made there by the government, they are targeting those areas.
Exactly. Then is there any changes happen in this law?
Well, there will be changes. There have been changes announced, but they haven't been enacted yet. The government has said by the end of this year, all people on temporary skilled visas, they're the groups we're discussing, will have a pathway to permanent residence, whereas previously they have not had that pathway.
Okay, so could you let us know that the point-based system for skilled immigration?
Well, when you talked before about independent skilled migration, that is the one that's based on a point score. The points basically are for your age, your ability to speak English, your work experience and your qualifications.
So now can we talk about permanent residence in Australia?
Well, the skilled independent visas are permanent residents. Of course, if you are married to an Australian, then that's a pathway to permanent residence. If you have a temporary skilled visa, what is going to happen now is that every skilled temporary visa will provide a pathway to permanent residence.